So, good morning and happy Easter on today, the 12th of April. It's Easter Sunday, so I'm wishing you all Easter blessings. Welcome to my cards for the week. And I'm going to be pulling them while actually talking to you. So while I'm shuffling the cards, I just want to mention a couple of things. I did my first Facebook Live yesterday. I was really excited about it, and it seemed to go really well. So I'm going to be planning that for every Saturday at 11 o'clock. So, well, for the foreseeable future, we'll see how things go. So definitely next Saturday at 11 o'clock. So that's Facebook Live, where you can message in with your full name and date of birth, and I do live mini readings, obviously, because my usual personal one-to-one readings, they go on for like an hour. All that intuitive guidance and me talking a lot. Little mini readings at 11 o'clock on Saturday. So if you want to catch that, that's all a free service as well. The other thing I wanted to mention was that if you do want a full personal reading with in-depth intuitive guidance, you can contact me through my website, deborahjanesutton.com, and book one of those. I'm doing a reduced price of only €25 during lockdown. So if you want to take advantage of that, you can contact me through my website. Okay, and the other thing I wanted to mention, this is me thinking about it. It's not actually definite yet, but I'm thinking about doing an emotion code Facebook Live. I'm thinking Sundays would be the best day for that, where I can actually, again, people that write in with their full name and date of birth, I'll actually be able to release a couple of trapped emotions, perhaps the ones that need to be released most at this time, just to help. It's my little contribution just to help if people have got any sort of, trapped emotions that they're aware of that they want to release, to actually do that on a Facebook Live. So that's an interesting one. If you're interested in that, please message me and let me know somehow, either through Facebook, through YouTube, or through my website, or however. I've got lots of ways. There's lots of ways of contacting me. Just let me know whether that would interest you. And if there's enough people interested, I will get that in action as well. So, no further ado, let's see what the week has in store for us. I have a couple of cards that have come out already, and that one just fell out that you saw. I love it when they do that. It shows that they're as enthusiastic as I am. Anything else for this week? Is there anything else for this week? Any intuitive guidance? Oh, that one popped out when I said that. And any spiritual lessons? Any words of wisdom from the cards? That one popped out when I said that. Anything else? I think that's enough. Is that enough? That's enough. Yes, that's enough. That's enough for this week. So let's have a look what we have here. And I haven't even turned them over yet. I'm keeping them there. Okay. So we're starting off with the Eight of Cups. Okay. Here you can see, I'm going to hold it up to the camera. Here you can see the Eight of Cups. And in this card, well, the cups are the emotional, intuitive, spiritual suit of the tarot. And you can see that he's retreating there. And you can see that also, like with the sun, there's kind of like a sun come moon. And we know that the moon represents our sort of subconscious fears. And he's retreating there. This is about with emotional withdrawal. It's a very apt card for this time where we're all stuck indoors and we've really got the opportunity to go within and find out, what are we really thinking? What are we really believing? What is important in our life? What is important for our own health? How do we really want to live our lives? If you've been stopped from working and socializing and doing all these things that you normally do, this is a really perfect opportunity to actually ask yourself, do I really want to be doing those things? And which ones mean more to me than others? So this is a real wake-up call about you personally, your life, how you were living it before this lockdown, and how you want to live it afterwards. Because there are big changes within you, without you, in the world. So this is about withdrawing, retreating, and meditating, but really asking yourself, what's working in my life? What's not working? Who do I want to spend my time with? Who are the important people in my life? How do I want to spend my time with them? How do I want to spend all my days, my work? What do I want to do? This is what this card is about. This card is about asking yourself all those questions and actually realizing that perhaps you were not living the life that you really wanted to be living. And if you don't live the life you really want to be living, then you're doing something wrong, right? Because we all came here to enjoy and to live the life of our dreams and to create heaven on earth here, within us and outside. So, second card. Okay, here we've got the High Priestess. I think she came up last week. The High Priestess, she's a major arcanic card, and she's super, super powerful. And she's all about balancing the polarities and what's working, what's not working, what's good, what's not good, you know, all this kind of stuff. I mean, it is all about your own thinking as to what's good and what's not good, right? It's all your own personal judgment. There is no, as Shakespeare says, I'm always quoting Shakespeare, but as Shakespeare says, there is no good and bad, there is only your thinking that makes it so. But look, she's reading scriptures. You see, she's reading scriptures there. Okay, and these unconscious fears, I just mentioned the unconscious fears here. These unconscious fears, look, she's got them tethered at her feet, completely under control. No fear here with the High Priestess. And she's surrounded by this fruition and this harvest. So, and she's highly spiritual. She symbolizes psychic awareness, raised and heightened intuition. And that's what's going to come to you after this. I mean, I think we're all being forced to go within and ask these questions anyway, on a conscious level and on a subconscious level. But if you're actually conscious about it, I think you can actually make more positive changes for yourself. You can actually be more conscious about creating the life that you want. But she's about, I think that's the result. Your intuition's going to heighten. You're going to have more opportunity to go within. You're going to realize that listening to your heart is the way to go forward. And the reading the scriptures, this is about, when I say scriptures, or when we say scriptures, I'm not talking about religious scriptures, although if you feel drawn to reading those as well, then I'm not saying don't. But for me personally, the scriptures that we should be following are people like Eckhart Tolle, Wayne Dyer, Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton. These people that are sort of scientists, and they're really bridging that gap between science and spirituality, and also between religion and spirituality. So those kind of scriptures are the ones that it's good to study, or yoga philosophy, or something like that. But this is a really powerful card, and it's come on the heels of this. So what I think it's saying is, go within, do ask yourself those questions, listen to the answers from your heart, not anywhere else, not the programming that you've got going on inside. Okay, listen to your heart, and you'll find that you also will have this spiritual awareness and heightened intuition that the High Priestess has. So, wow, brilliant. Next one, heaven on earth. That's how to create it, heaven on earth. Okay, the star, spiritually guided, emotional fulfillment. This is fertile lands, creativity, paradise. How to create your heaven on earth. That's how I like to translate this card, because this is the time now to really be able to create that. Because what I want to say with this card, and I know this is sometimes difficult to get your head around, but so you are the universe. You are the center of your own universe, and whatever is going on within you is reflected in your experiences and your reality. So if you are full of fear and anxiety, and you are putting your attention Remember, energy flows where your attention goes. So you're putting your attention on negative things and fearful things. Then you are creating that, you are feeding that energy. Your contribution to the world is one of fear. And you're actually feeding the very thing that you're fearful of. Whereas if you can find that love within, take time to really go within and find that love within your heart, that innate love within your heart, if you can create from within you a feeling of peace and harmony and love, if you can create your own heaven on earth within you, in your own little bubble, you might accuse me of being in my own little bubble here, but it's a really happy bubble. That is then what you are reflecting. That's what the world will reflect that back to you. The world is just reflecting what's within you. Okay, so if you have that love and that integrity and your actions all come from divine intentions, then that's going to be reflected back to you. And that's how we create heaven on earth. You know, this expression, all these cliches that you hear, but they're actually very true. If you want to change the world outside of you, you have to start from within you. That's why they say that, because it's true. Okay, and that's what this is. So just get yourself happy, find the peace for yourself. Don't worry about what's happening in the rest of the world. And you will find that when you can find that inner peace and harmony inside of you, you will find that it is reflected. This is why self-love is so life-changing, because when you feel that self-love within you, it's reflected back to you. And the world around you becomes more loving. And this is not personal. It sounds personal, you know, love yourself and everybody else will love you. It's actually not personal. It's actually physics, you know, so it's really whatever you put out comes back, because like attracts like. These are universal laws. So if you can look at it that way, it makes perfect sense. Well, it does to me anyway. So that's what this card is all about. It's creating your own heaven on earth within you. I've got 2 more cards here. Okay. And this one is the King of Pentacles. And he's a real businessman. He's quite money orientated, but Pentacles isn't only money. Pentacles is also your business and your career. And the reason that this has come up, because I said something earlier on about doing what serves you. Do you really enjoy your job? And I find myself saying this quite a lot lately, but this is about, is that job serving you? And you're going to say to me, well, no, I don't enjoy it, but I need the money. Okay. And so he's come up to say that when you follow your intuition and follow your heart and realize that you are this powerful as the high priestess, and you're creating that peace and harmony within, you'll find that your spiritual gifts, your divine gifts, come to the fore. What are you good at? What do you enjoy doing? These are the things, the channels where you can actually create your own abundance and financial flow. Okay, and maybe it's just a sign that, you know, go part-time for a while you work on something else, because one thing that we've learned is that we actually don't need as much money as we thought we needed. And the most important things in life, I think we're realizing during this lockdown, are actually the things that money can't buy. So I think our whole perception of money and why we need it, and what we do with it, I think it's all changing. I think everything's changing now. So I think he's come as a reminder that, yes, obviously it's important, you know, to make some money, but the question is, are there other channels where you can make some money? Are there other channels going on? Are there other ways that you can make your money? Can you do it maybe in a more heart-centered way? Can you do it in a way that brings you more joy? That's what I think, this is what this card is about. And the very last card, and this is beautiful because this is the 9 of Cups. And the Cups, as I've already said, is the emotional, spiritual, and intuitive suit. And the message with this card is wishes and dreams fulfilled. And it is so beautiful. And it's come at the end. So this is really, for me, this is really positive. I think we've been in lockdown long enough to realize that this is the way to go. We need to really ask ourselves some serious questions. And we need to get rid of that programming that says, oh, of course we need to do that job. Or, of course I need to stay with this person. Of course I need to spend more time with my family who, you know, maybe you're not meant to. I mean, I don't know. But, you know, break down all the barriers of what you should do. Stop shoulding yourself. This is coming up a lot lately for everyone, I think. Stop shooting yourself into what you should be doing, and just listen to your heart, because your heart knows more. So that's really lovely. All your wishes and dreams fulfilled when you follow these steps. The cards are saying that it's available for you. But if you're going to keep following your fear, then it's going to really hinder your intuition and your ability to create your own peace and harmony within. Okay? So let's not focus on the money. Focus on what you want to do with your time career-wise. That brings you more joy. And I think he's coming as a little message that, you're going to be financially okay. He's very financially stable. He is the sign of financial stability. So we're in a time where we think that we're not financially stable, but I don't think it's because we all have so much money. I think it's because we're realizing that we don't need so much. But he comes as a little reassurance that money is not the problem. So they're the cards for this week. Thank you so much for any comments and shares and everything else. And for those of you that don't know me, if I'm being shared everywhere, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Deborah Jane Sutton, and I am an energy healer, mentor, author, yoga teacher, and card reader. So get in touch with me if you'd like a private reading or any energy healing. You can find me at my website at deborahjanesutton.com. So for now, guys, sending lots of love for this Easter Sunday, and I shall see you soon.